Dr. Manasseh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Dr. Manasseh, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good. Perfect.
Can you hear me?
Do you know Mark? He's early, so I'm going to leave him. And is that somebody that you need to come in now? Because I just want to kind of get everything situated before I let anybody else in.
Let's get ourselves set before we let
I can't hear you. You're muted.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see what. Yeah. Oh, it's asking me
to
unmute. Okay, here you go. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can.
Awesome. Yeah. So let's get settled before we let people in.
Perfect.
If you are okay, then we can let them in. Otherwise, let's do what we have to do first.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Okay.
And this here. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So Facebook is loading. Let's have to put it down somewhere. Let's see. That's okay. That should go everywhere. Let's put this.
Do you see I'm rocking my Ghana Ghana outfit?
I almost did Barcelona. I'll just keep it professional for now. But you look good. Gorgeous. And I like your hairstyle. You are sparkling.
I have to. I had to come. I had to show off
Yes.
today.
Absolutely. I agree.
Let me set. I'm just
So true.
hold on. Let me set up the YouTube channel now. Okay.
Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. I know some people were texting me earlier. They're trying to come in and it's not working. I said it's working. It's not started yet.
Okay, so yeah, let them know it's not started yet. Nope. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem. So. So. Takes away. Okay. Okay, it's better. Okay. Looks like we're good. Let's turn the time. I think we're gonna let people in now because they started texting now. Since it's almost time. Your meet.
I'm sorry about that. I'm letting everyone in now, and I'm going to give you a code.
Perfect. Yep. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Manasseh, as I'm getting everything set up, you can actually just go ahead and let people in and see them, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. See. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for joining, everyone. We are going to get started shortly, momentarily. Please, thank you for joining us. If you can go ahead, share this link with a friend. Let them know that we are getting started. Thank you so much for joining us. Let me see if I can add some as we're waiting music. Hold on 1 second. Okay.
Pastor Becky, thank you for joining. Mr. Ernest thank you for joining from Ghana. Miss Magdalene, thank you as well, and welcome.
Okay, I'm going to see if I can do, I wanted to, okay, we have people still coming in.
People here, let me admit them, yeah.
Yeah, I just got some of them coming in. So we're going to get started in about 2 more minutes. We're going to get started. So welcome, everyone. Welcome. I am Dr. Melissa Lambert. I am the CEO of Lambert Publishing House, and it's an honor to be here with you on today. We will be recording both. I'm trying to get the live for YouTube up and running. So I'm going to try something totally different where I'm going to, like, instead of streaming through the YouTube, the Zoom, I'm going to just stream directly from YouTube. I'm praying that it works that way. So bear with me. Thank you again for joining us. Please go ahead and share this link. This is going to be an amazing event. I call it an event because we're live. We're talking to the author of this amazing book. I don't know if y'all can see my copy. Well, you can't see my copy because of my background, but it's here. Organization from chaos to clarity, restoring order, reclaiming peace, and realigning purpose. Many of us can relate to this book, and that is why I want this author to be here, Dr. Manasseh, to really give us his heart. It's nothing like writing a book, and after you write it, you're like, okay, what's next? Or after you write it and you publish it and people get it, you're like, are they getting an understanding what is being said through this book? So, and sometimes we don't get a chance to talk to the authors of the books that we read. You have the opportunity today to do that. And I'm honored to be able to grace the platform with this wonderful man of God. He is truly a blessing to humanity. And I'm just grateful to be a part of his journey. So come on in. Please go ahead and let everybody know we are going live in about 3 more minutes. We're just giving everybody some time to come on in. I'm a person that likes to start on time. However, I know it's Saturday. I know it's the football game. I don't know if it's going on or not, but I know everybody's hyped that Ghana won. So listen, we're here today, and we're going to rejoice today with Dr. Manasseh. So come on in, take a seat, and we're going to be with you shortly. Okay, let me try one more time to see if this is going to. If you can also go ahead and drop in the chat where you're tuning in from. If you, I heard someone is tuning in all the way from Ghana. Thank you so much for being here. We truly, truly appreciate you taking the time to join us over what, I don't even know what time. Maybe it's 6 o'clock over there, right?
Yes.
So thank you.
It's about 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so thank you. So if you can go ahead and drop in the chat where you're chiming in from, that will be awesome. Let me try one more thing. Maybe I'll just do it through this. Yep. Okay, hold on one second. Okay. Okay, we're live in YouTube. Let me just grab that for us to watch. Let me just make sure. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to get started in about 2 more minutes. So please go ahead and even grab a pen and paper. I mean, this is going to be some great information.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's true. Dr.
Melissa,
Melissa,
lost your
voice.
voice.
Okay.
Yes, sounds good. Now it's just muted to make sure that we are live on Facebook. I mean, on
YouTube.
live YouTube. Let me just go ahead and do this here too. So we can do both ways. Okay. Perfect, perfect. We are live both ways. Good. Let me just add that. Okay, perfect. We are. I'm going to just see if I can just. Okay. All right, so let's get going. Okay, let's get going here. Welcome, everyone. Thank you again for joining us. We are so grateful for the time that you have dedicated to be here. I will go ahead and start the recording, and we will get started.
Recording in progress.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, each and every one of you, for joining us on today. Good evening, or for some people, good afternoon here in the United States. For those who are watching us from other part of the world, good evening. I am Dr. Melissa Lambert, the publisher of Lambert Publishing House. I had the honor to publish this amazing book, Organization from Chaos to Clarity, Restoring Order Reclaiming Peace and Realigning Purpose by Dr. Manasseh Abijah. I am thankful for the opportunity to be able to grace this platform with this wonderful man of God. So I would like to welcome you all to this special online launch event. Today, we will celebrate a powerful message that is timely, that's going to be transformative to you. And I believe this message is needed today. I am honored to be interviewing an outstanding leader, pastor, and author as we discuss clarity, peace, and purpose. And we believe that there is power in it all. So as we let everyone in the room, do me a favor in the chat, just share with us who you are, where you're calling from. We are going to keep ourselves on mute because we're going to go directly into this conversation right now. So thank you. Welcome. I know that you are so excited, Dr. Manasseh, for having everyone. So if you can go ahead and just thank each and every person for being here on today.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Thank you so
And
much. And
it's
it's
the
the
day the
day the
Lord has
Lord has
made.
made.
I
I
am
am
glad,
glad,
and I
and
know
I know
you're
you're
also
also
glad.
glad.
I'm grateful
I'm
for
grateful
the
for
fact
the
that
fact that
we are
we
alive
are alive
and
and
thanking God
thanking
for
God for
every one
every
of
one
you
of you
joining
joining
from
from
the
near and
Empire.
far.
This
This
journey
journey
hasn't
hasn't
been
been
one
one
individual
individual
journey.
journey.
It's been a
It's been a
journey with
journey with
most of you.
most of you.
I
I
always say
always
that
say that
together we
together
do
we do
better. And
better.
in
And
fact,
in
you've all
fact, you've
shown
all
that
shown that
today you are
today
showing
you are
that
showing
every
that every
day at
day
any
at
given
any
time.
given time.
I'm proud
I'm
of all
proud
of
of
you
all
for
of you for
spending time,
spending time, taking time
from
from
Ghana, from
Ghana, from
UK. I
UK. I
see
see my
Bericas and
very
Eunice from
cousin Eunice
UK.
from UK.
I see
I see my,
a lot of people
a
I
lot
can
of people I
mention
can
names, but
mention names,
I
but
just want
I
to.
just want to,
I'll come
I'll come
along
along
mentioning
with
names
mentioning
very
names
soon.
very
And those
soon.
of you
And those of
from
you from
Maryland,
Maryland,
Virginia, DC
Virginia, and
area
DC
too,
area too,
very
very
well
well
and
and
appreciative of your
appreciated of your
time.
time.
I
I
respect
respect
that
that
you've
you've,
taken time
taken
off your
time off
busy
your
schedule
busy
to
schedule
be
to
with me
be
this
with me this
afternoon. Pastor
afternoon.
Wonder
Pastor
from
Wonder from
Oklahoma, thank you
Oklahoma,
as well.
thank you as well.
And all of
And
you,
all of you,
again,
again,
I am
I
really
am really
thrilled to
thrilled
be here
to
to
be here to
share
share,
the
the
art of
art of
this
this
book.
book.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you, Dr.
Melissa, also
Melissa,
for
also
your
for your
amazing support.
amazing
What a
support. What
partner.
a partner.
You are
You
not
are
just a
not just a
publisher, but
publisher,
you've
but
been
you've been
tremendously
tremendously
effort
effort
in
in
bringing
bringing
this
this
book to
book
life.
to life.
And I'm
And I'm
grateful to
grateful to
share
share
as we
as we
discuss more.
discuss more.
So stay
So stay
tuned
tuned
and
and
please
please
engage where
engage
we are
where you
asked
are
to,
asked to,
chime in,
chime in, say
a word
a
or a
word or a
question, what have
question,
you.
what have you.
Just be
Just
fully
be fully
participating,
participating
and
and
we will
know
not leave
we
this
will not
place
leave
the
this
same
place the
as
same as
we join
we
in.
join in.
Thank you
Thank
again.
you again for joining.
All those of you
All
from
those of you from
Ghana,
Ghana,
Rebecca
Rebecca,
Avo, thank you for
thank you for
the
the
wonderful
canvassing, bringing people on board and making people to tune in as well. Thank you. You came on live very
early
early.
on. You
Earlier
said
on, you said
it wasn't
it
working. I
wasn't
said,
working.
no,
I said,
we
no,
haven't
we
started
haven't
yet. So
started
I
yet. So
like
I
your
like your
enthusiasm. And
enthusiasm.
all of
And
you
all of you
again,
again,
welcome
and
and
thank you.
my wife
My
Cindy
wife, Cindy
Abijah, thank
Abijah,
you.
thank
Judah
you. Judah
Abijah, thank you.
Abijah, thank you.
Joy,
Joy,
thank you.
thank
And
you.
it's my
And
brother
it's my brother
Ephraim.
Ephraim.
Dr. Ephraim, I
Dr.
know
Ephraim, I
you've
know
been
you've been
amazing at the
amazing at the
background as well.
background as well.
And I
And
can go on
I
to
can go on
mention
to
names,
mention all
but
names, but
as we
as we
go,
go,
let's
let's
dive
dive in
I'll
and
be able to
I'll be
share
able to
more.
share more. And
I appreciate
I
every one
appreciate
of
every
you.
one of
Thank you
you.
again
Thank you
for
again
joining.
for joining.
Dr. Melissa, back
Okay,
to
Melissa,
you.
back to
Thank you.
you. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful. And I mean, I need everyone to stay to the end. Sometimes we get on these Zooms and we're like, oh, I'm just going to come in and then leave out. It's going to be not a wise idea for you to leave in the middle of this beautiful interview because we do have a special treat for you at the end. So stay tuned all the way until the end. So Dr. Manasseh Abijah is a pastor, organizational leader, and a scholar practitioner with over 2 decades of experience in leadership, technology, and a higher education. He's passionate about helping individuals and organizations move from confusion to clarity through faith centered leadership and intentional living. So I am so psyched, so excited about today's interview because I want to dive into the mind of Dr. Manasseh writing this book. So there's going to be in this entire interview some questions going to be asked to Dr. Manasseh to him for him to really kind of let us know his heart behind writing this book. So what you're going to hear is the heart of this man, what he felt, how he felt it, what his viewpoint is, what is his vision for this book, and what is his vision to have you as readers take part into this journey, not just for yourself. Remember, when we do things, we have to think of not only ourselves, but our families, our friends, our colleagues, those we like, love, or even those we do not even trust. We still got to show the love of Christ to each and every one. And one of the things I'm going to stop right here because we didn't do something. One of the things you will know about me is my faith. I love God with all my heart. And wherever I am, I always have to allow him to enter in the room. So we forgot to bless this day. And I want to give the call back over to Dr. Abijah. If you can just do me a favor, sir, and just pray a brief prayer over this moment for us to let less of us, but more of God in this present. We want people to receive this message, not just from your heart, but also from the mouth of the heart of God, and for their heart to be open to receive what we're about to share today. So I'm going to decrease and have you come back again, sir, to just share a word of prayer to bless this moment and to open up the session.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Dr. Melissa Lambert. And once again, thank you all for your patience in trying to join in. I know some of you have tried earlier, and now you are in. So thank you for your persistence and tenacity in trying to join in. Let us pray. Our Father and our God, we thank you so much for this gathering, this event. It's not unto man, but unto you. As we dive into the art of this book, the organization from chaos to clarity, may you give us the understanding, ears and the listening ears and the heart to receive and be able to apply this to our lives to make impact and make differences in wherever possible you've called us to be. We thank you for we know that this is the time that you are calling us to stand to order, and that all things will work together for our good. In Jesus' name, we are starting this program, and through it all, we'll give God the glory at the end, as He's going to be with us. And those who are joining after this or would listen to this, may they also find clarity to live with purpose in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen and amen. Thank you again. My name again is Dr. Melissa Lambert. I am the CEO and the founder of Lambert Publishing House. And it's an honor to be here with you to interview Dr. Manasseh Abijah to share about his heart behind writing this amazing book, Organization from Chaos to Clarity, Restoring Order, Reclaiming Peace, and Realigning Purpose. So let's dive in. What inspired you to write this book, Dr. Abijah?
Thank you very much. Thank you again. And this is an honor. I want to say today, as we stand at the verge of honoring fathers tomorrow, as we celebrate fathers, grandfathers, spiritual fathers, mentors, and father figures who are still leading with love, leading with purpose, leading with clarity, with wisdom. I want to say Happy Father's Day in advance to all of you, for your countless and ways in which you've provided support and keep on providing encouragement, inspiration, and direction for families, people, and nations across people across the nations. I want to also thank God for the fact that this is happening at this time. I know most of us are finding ways and means to understand the world we live in, understand who we are and what we are trying to accomplish. We are doing many things in many ways, but we are not finding solution. So to the question, what inspired me in writing this book? This book was born first and foremost by personal experience, and also secondly spiritual conviction. I say this that in my life and throughout my life, I've been in ministry, I've been in leadership, I've been in so many research programs and higher education teaching and what have you. I've come across repeatedly people who are trying to break through, trying to make efforts, trying to make ends meet, trying to make a living. Yet you see they are gifted, but there is a lack somewhere that is making people feel overwhelmed. You are as if the number of hours in the day is not enough. as if the calendar needs some room to have more tasks or more time for you to accomplish XYZ. So in the act of this book, I've seen, like I said, individuals who are capable yet overwhelmed, competing with priorities, competing with so many things, and emotions, being exhausted, trying left to right. All I've come to know is that there is the lack of organization. So from that perspective, I would say personally, the challenge is to professionally see what we can do to be responsible in organizing the chaos around us, the noise around us, and make them into purposeful use where we can claim peace and realign with what the intentions that God has for us. Now, my birth personally, was one of a chaotic situation that my mother experienced. I've been giving birth to twins, and the scenario was that the midwife and a team of that medical staff were contemplating whether we were going to be normal people or not normal people. So they were contemplating, and one of them divulged an information to our mother and said, listen, this is what is going on in the background. You'll be consulted, or you'll be told that in a way you're going to be informed as a decision that has been made on your behalf. You need to stand up to say no. Whatever God has given you is God's gift. So spiritually, I see that the enemy had already been starting to fight right from the beginning. So my mother, in fact, was told to say no to whatever decision the medical staff were going to share with her. And truly, the testimony of this book. This is not just a theory, but a testimony as well, because the confusion that surrounded the birth, that myself, my twin brother, were not going to make it, was a lie, was something that was not founded. So I see confusion upon confusion, creating so many people in situations that they did not intend to be in. In short, I just want to make it simple. Today, I stand as a testimony. The confusion once was ordered, once was structured, once there was some intention given to my mother, who fought to say no. Whatever God has given her is God's gift, and she will keep. And today, I stand as a testimony again to give glory to God about what He has done, bringing me from chaos to clarity, and now I live as a testimony. So this book, in fact, is again personal experience, spiritual conviction. Life can be overwhelming, can be confusing, but when you put order to it and a structure to it, you may experience some amazing and wonderful fulfillment, and promises will come through. Thank you.
I love that. Just hearing your testimony, I never knew you were a twin. So that's something new for me to hear. And I love that, because in our life, we normally have so much going on, so much chaos. And you said when our life can be overwhelming, right? But when you put order to your life, that chaos now become at ease and at peace. So why do you believe this book is so important right now, with all that's going on here in America, around the world, the chaos in different city, different state, different country? Why now? Why do you believe this book is so important for right now?
Thank you so much. So this is another example of the spiritual aspect of why this book was born. In the book, I stated clearly that we live in an age where we constantly hear noise. You tune into your TV, it's about this country against that country, this economy against that economy. People are kind of frustrated, overwhelmed. Information is overloaded on the internet, on the social media, everywhere you turn, distractions endlessly. And people are busier than ever before, yet they feel so frustrated. Again, the overwhelming aspect of what we're going through now. And leadership, lack of leadership, lack of respect for one another. where I would say digitally we are connected, but emotionally we are emotionally and spiritually we are disconnected. There is so much burnout, so much anxiety, so much depression, so much going on, and people are in a way traumatized when they listen to all that's going on around them. So this book is important and I would say timely to bring about some normalization, how we can organize ourselves all through this chaotic situations and be able to be fulfilled and live a life that God will be happy and we would also be fulfilled. So again, the book is a reminder that confusion is not God's design. Chaos, noise, distractions, they are bound to be here because we are this life. But again, when we put order to whatever we're doing, then of course we can find peace.
I love that. I'm sitting here writing, y'all. I hope you are grabbing these nuggets. It's not for you just to listen. I want you to write down some nuggets that are being shared. I love how you said confusion is not God's design. It is not. And once we understand that, we can bring forth order to things in our life. So that is just powerful the way you mentioned that. So now it brings us to this question. What does moving from chaos to clarity personally means to you? I know you shared how you came into this world, how chaotic it was for your mom with that experience. That's your personal experience. And now you dig deeper into how the world is going on, what's going on with the world right now. But bring us back into your personal meaning to moving from chaos to clarity. What does that mean to you?
Thank you so much. And again, I would go back to the book again. Those of you who have had a chance to have a copy, to read very intentionally and purposefully. And in the book I mentioned that you're moving from chaos to clarity. You would want to look at where you're moving from scattered living to intentional living. Scattered in the sense that you wake up in the morning. First of all, before you wake up in the morning, you go to bed. Instead of resting and relaxing, your mind is racing. It's thinking about tomorrow. What about the grocery? What about the bills? What about the gas price? What about so you have so many things running through your mind even when you are laying down to sleep. So your life is in a way scattered, is being pulled in many ways. So meaning you need to move from chaos to clarity, from the scattered living to intentional living, one day at a time. We need to replace reaction with purpose to response. We need to have an alignment. Most times we go to bed and some people have their phones right next to their pillows. It's a personal preference. But again, these are some of the gateways that we are kind of inviting the chaotic situation, the noise, the distractions, everything else that's going on in the world into our sleep. So we are not finding that peace of mind to sleep. So again, moving from chaos to clarity, in the book, you will see that we are moving from scattered life to intentional living. We are replacing reaction with the purpose of living and aligning ourselves with faith, with values and clarity and actions that would bring about some sanity to our day. I know most of us are also in the morning want to wake up. The first thing you want to reach out to is your phone. Why don't you rather reach out to the voice of God? Get a Bible, get a devotion, hear what God has to say. Sit down quietly and meditate. Just retune your mind and focus yourself. And that gives you a purpose to live that day without chaos, without confusion. So for me, it's a personal testimony. As I said earlier on from the beginning where I was born, or how I was born into this world, it can be changed. You cannot just allow the noise from people to overwhelm you, but you can put intentional living to scattered living. In the absence of challenges, sometimes you would have nothing to do, but you have to purposefully design yourself to have intentional living. Now, chaos happens when life controls you. But clarity begins when purpose starts leading you. And that is why I'm calling on everyone to start the day having yourself aligned with God, better than checking your phone and say who has liked your messages on Facebook or what have you. So again, chaos will happen when life controls you, but clarity begins when purpose starts leading you. Thank you.
That's to me like drop the mic type of statement right there. I love it. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. And I love the passion behind what you're sharing. And I believe so much in that this book will be a great impact for not just for today's life, but for the future generation. So we're going to dive into the book content, and I'm going to read something on page 15. For those who have the book, you can open to page 15. For those who do not have the book as yet, we will tell you where to get the book after we finish. And if you know personally Dr. Abijah, you need to connect with him because he still do have some signed autograph copies that you can get a copy of. And when I tell you, if you're getting a copy from the author, I want you not to just buy the book, sow a seed in that book. When I say sow a seed, we as believers understand what seed does. It's birth for the harvest, right? So when you are buying it directly from the author who's signing a autograph copy for you, you don't buy it at the price of. You buy it and say, hey, I'm sowing a seed of $100. I'm sowing a seed of 200, 300, 400. Why? That seed will produce your harvest tenfold. So that is my recommendation for those who still do not have a copy and you know the author directly. Please connect back and get your copy. So I'm going to read something from page 15 because it's going to bring me into the next conversation. We're going to talk about like you shared that confusion has become normal. That's one of the things that you shared in your book. Why do you think so many people are living overwhelmed today? But I want to read something that you wrote on page 15. And this is one of my favorite. You said, confusion does not define who you are. I'm going to say that again because people don't realize that confusion don't define you. Chaos don't define you. Dysfunction does not define you. Anxiety doesn't define you. Fear does not define you. So we're going to say confusion does not define who you are, right? And it was never meant to be the environment in which you live. Instead, confusion functions as a signal, much like a warning light on a dashboard, drawing attention to an issue that requires care before greater damage occurs. Signals exist to protect, not to punish, and their purpose is to prompt awareness and timely correction rather than shame or discouragement. I'm sorry, discouragement. So I saw that and I'm like, this is a great avenue to go into the next question where you share in the same chapter about confusion has become a normal thing for us as people. Why do you think so many people are living overwhelmed life today?
Thank you so much. So this will be very practical to many of you who live in the United States of America. For one, I know around the world too, you may experience something similar. Now, people are confused because you see leaders who are supposed to be leading constantly misrepresenting facts, truths, and as people keep saying those things over and over and over time, disorder becomes familiar and eventually it feels like it's normal. So people are confused and they're overwhelmed because those they kind of look up to as leaders, as direction focused individuals, have in a way to appeal to other faction of society what seem to be not right or norms to now become normal. So I see many people are carrying emotional clutter, unresolved decisions, unhealthy habits, and in a way, I see expectations are not being met, and society is celebrating all these norms that once before either two were not accepted as safe as though they are kind of normal. So people are overwhelmed and they are confused. And to those who cannot strive to find order to live with purpose, they tend to normalize because they are exhausted. They cannot change what is not right anymore or undo the wrongs. And therefore, it becomes so much of a problem and overwhelming for them. So that is why I see that, people are overwhelmed. However, with God, again, like I said, God did not design us to be confused. We were not called to confusion. God made things out of order and in order and for order, and that is how we see creation becoming real. So again, many people are overloaded, not because they have too much to do, but because much of what they do lack alignment.
I love it. As much I like, can you just repeat that last statement because I like what lacks alignment again?
I mean, people they lack alignment in this because I said they're overwhelmed, overloaded with what is going
Overloaded.
on. Yes, and too many times it's not because they don't have what it takes, but to do better, but because they lack that alignment.
Yes. And I love we have Apostle J Dodu. I hope I'm saying it right.
Yeah,
He
Pastor Apostle Dodu. Yes,
Okay, perfect. He says purpose with their determination in the midst of chaotic situation produces clarity. Drop the mic,
that's right.
Apostle, on that. I love it. And I'm glad that, and again, everyone, please do me a favor as you hear something from that is resonating with your spirit or something that you want to type in the chat, go ahead and type it in because it's necessary for us to really just have that conversation. So thank you for sharing that. When we talk about, there's another part of in the book where you had a powerful statement. One powerful statement in the book you mentioned, order is not about perfection, but, and we ended with it, but alignment. Can you explain what that means? Because I believe just like a car, right? When you have
Mhm.
a vehicle, if it's not aligned, I'm not a mechanic or anything, right? But you can feel when your car is not aligned, right? It starts
Absolutely.
shaking, it starts shifting. It's not going the right direction for you, right? And that is somewhat like our life. I always say, just like our car needs to get an oil change, we need to get our oil change every so often in our body by cleansing our system, in our spirit, by making sure we are connected and aligned with God. So, going back to the book, when you say order is not about perfection, but alignment, can you just elaborate on that for us, sir?
Yes, Dr. Lambert, thank you so much again. And I like this topic so much. But Apostle Dodu, thank you for your always, candid reflections and contribution. Thank you for your contribution as well. Now, order is not perfection. And let me say this, perfection is impossible as human beings, but alignment is achievable. Let me explain what I mean by that. In the book, I mentioned that the organization is often misunderstood as a rigid control of flawless execution of task assignments. Whatever you have to do, once you do it right and perfectly, then it means you are organized. That is how we understand organization. However, my goal here is that it's not about perfection, but it's about aligning yourself between your purpose, your priorities, your responsibilities, and daily actions. We do not have to eat the elephant in one bite, and we cannot. But if you so desire, I'm not saying people, you go eat an elephant, but it's an analogy. If people want to eat an elephant, it's going to be what? One bite at a time before you realize you have kind of consumed the whole elephant. Ain't a statement just for the analogy's sake. The goal again is to look at your life, look at your task, Look at your purpose, look at your calling, whatever you are engaged in, to see what you can do to bring about priorities. I often say this, that if something is important to you, you find every way and means to get it done. If it's not important, you're going to give an excuse. For example, somebody say, let's go to prayer meeting. Oh, I have some assignment to do and it's due tonight. Yes, you do have assignment due tonight, but prayer meeting is before that. Because maybe somebody may not be so much in tune with prayer, but they are so much into prayer. Oh, sure, let's go. Again, you give excuse for what you don't prefer to be a priority for you. But when it's important, you focus your attention to it. All I'm saying is, organization cannot be perfection. It's achievable when you plan, prioritize, take responsibility, take your actions into breakable, achievable steps, one step after the other. Then life will become aligned with what God intended for you. And you see things moving freely. We look at the footballers, look at the gifted people, the talented people, in the sports. They do it flawlessly without having to put so much energy, so much effort into it. Why? Because they've done it over time, and now they do it without even feeling the nerve and the energy of like lifting a heavy weight to get it done, because it's become part and parcel of their life. So all I'm saying is organization cannot be perfection. It's an alignment where you are taking your purposes, your priorities, your responsibilities, your daily tasks, break them down, see what is important and what is urgent. See what is urgent but not important. See what is important and not urgent. Sometimes you can delegate. Oh, I have XYZ in my life. They are very good at doing this. So why don't you apportion that for them to do it? And that is where most people in organizations don't want to allow others to climb up or be promoted, because they think once they give you the promotion or they give you the chance, you're going to overtake them. And that is not good. It's achievable when we align ourselves with the right priorities, right purpose, right responsibilities, tasks. We identify people, we identify what we can do, what others can do, what can be done later and what can be done now, because it's urgent and it's important. Again, order will create room for growth. Order will create room for peace. Order will create room for meaningful living, and you can see progress in your life. So once again, I'll say perfection is impossible as human beings without God. However, alignment is achievable. Thank you.
I mean, I just like love your entire content of how you are breaking things down. And when you talk about this, I think about the SMART goal. I always in business, I always say SMART. S is for specific. Be very clear. State what you want, how you want it, and how you want to accomplish that. And be is measurable, right? Include a way you're going to track the progress, right? So again, taking things little by little, right? Achievable, making sure that the goal is realistic, that you can actually accomplish it, are relevant. The goal should be like a matter that to help you to prioritize them, to make sure things are put into place the right way, and time bound, which is the T, to set that deadline. So we're not trying to be perfect. Like God is the only person that is perfect. But I love how you're saying that we need to be in alignment. Delegate, as I love how you said delegate. I'm the queen of delegation. I can't run this publication just by myself. Yes, I am like a bullet train. I run fast. I do a lot of things, but I have a team behind me to help me push this thing forward. And so I love how you broke it down, and to give us a clarity that alignment for you can be just simple tasks, simple things, taking things one step at a time. How am I going to break that one thing in multiple tasks, and who can I have help me to get this thing done? That's where that delegation come into play. So I'm going to ask you the next question. So thank you again for answering that for us, Dr. Abijah. I appreciate you. What would you say to someone that's on this line, or even listen to us live, or maybe going back to the replay? What would you say to someone who feel stuck in cycles of confusion or inconsistency. You know, many of us in life right now, there's a lot going on. We may feel confused. We may feel like we have no direction. We may feel like we are not aligned to our purpose. We don't know what to do and we're stuck. What would you say to someone that's listening right now? That even
Hello.
maybe on this line and they have your book and they're like, it's a big book, but I don't even know where to start, right? So, what would you say to that person today?
Well, thank you so much again. And I would always listen to the person speaking, and then of course be able to understand where they're coming from and where they're trying to go. But in the book, I mentioned that the greatest challenge we face usually is the inner life. Why the inner life? Because most times we have always looked at people, pointing people to things we should be pointing ourselves to. I mean, again, when we see people are talking either in the classroom or at church or wherever we find ourselves, we're always trying to point the other person, they're talking to you and not looking at ourselves. So look at yourself, look at your inner self. People may seem to be organized, but they are not when you look at them carefully. That's where you feel that you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over. That's when you know you are stuck. But that shouldn't define your future. That shouldn't be your entire journey. It's just an indication. And I like one of the phrases, I mean, one of the subtopics in the book. So confusion is a signal, not a sentence. So in a way, you see yourself stuck, that should be a warning light. That should be a call for action. That should be a time to fine-tune yourself, self-awareness. Speak to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. What am I doing? And maybe I keep doing the same thing over and over. What can I do differently to be able to come out of this situation that I am in? Maybe all you need is just a simple alignment. Just like you mentioned, the car needing oil change or maintenance. Yes, you would need something like that. But again, I would say your inner life is the one that you need to reflect and see, seek more clarity, seek more guidance from God, and seek more clarity to yourself and see, what am I doing now? What can I do better? So again, look at your life, look at your calendar. What is filling your day the most? What is filling your day the most? Are all those things important? Some things are what we call fillers. They're just filling the time and they are also eating away precious time away from you. So when you look at your time and see, oh, maybe I spend too much time on the screen. What am I doing on the screen? Are you just looking at people, liking people's postings on social media? Are you just following people because you want to see who has the most followers or who said what? So just look at your calendar and see what things you can change or reorganize to bring about some emotional clarity, spiritual clarity, physical clarity. All these things are clarities when we are not careful. There are things that we can change and find meaningful life. There are habits, attitudes, emotions that we can discipline ourselves to and be able to change from. All along, I haven't spoken much about my biological father, and I mean, I'll just activate his name here to say that the guy was so gifted, so talented, so rich. Being the first undersecretary for the first uh, president of Ghana, having gained independence in 1957, thereabout. This individual was very rich again, affluent again. He didn't find himself successful in the end. He started very well, but the lack of getting yourself unstuck, checking your inner life, and applying simple principles to get things in order. That is one area I would point to somebody. If you feel stuck, don't let that be your destination. Let it be just, oh, this is the warning light on the dashboard. I need to fine tune, realign, and get going. Transformation starts from within. Change will start from within. Don't expect people outside to change you. you would have to own it yourself. The most important room you will ever organize is the one you are inside and the one you live in. And that is the mind that you have, the mindset that you have, and the act that you have to run your life. I think Bible says that out of the act are the issues of life. So guard it with all diligence. Again, the inner life is where I'll start when you feel unstuck. But don't let that be your destination. Thank you.
Wow. I am loving this conversation. Again, you are tuned into a wonderful interview with Dr. Manasseh Abijah, and he is the author of Organization from Chaos to Clarity, Restoring Order, Reclaiming Peace, and Realigning Purpose. I am Dr. Melissa Lambert, the CEO and the founder of Lambert Publishing House. I am the publisher of this book, and it was truly an honor to literally have this manuscript in my hands and to see where it is today. I truly believe that it's going to impact so many people's life. And I love how you mentioned we got to start with the inner man. We have to deal with that inner man, that inner life. And you said something that I feel like everyone need. I hope it didn't go over your head. We have a lot of you call it fillers.
Time fillers, yes.
Yes, time fillers. There it is. Time fillers. We fill our time with, YouTube. We fill our time with scrolling on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and doing so many things. But are you fulfilling your God given purpose in this life? What time fillers can you take out so you can put in productive things inside of your life so you can bring forth order, as you mentioned, order to your spiritual man. Get into God's word, reading his word, study to show thyself approved. Physical, are you physically keeping this body, the temple of the living God, healthy? Are you working out at least 30 minutes a day? Financial, how is your financial state of mind? Are you still in debt? Are you robbing Peter to pay Paul? So when you decrease the filters and you can add things that is meaningful to your life, guess what? Order, transformation, change, purpose will come forth. So we're going to dive into the part of the book when we're talking about faith and leadership. How does faith, because we know you are a man of the Most High God. You are a man of God, a pastor, and a leader. So tell us, how does faith play a role in organization and clarity?
Thank you so much. So, of course, the simple definition for faith will always go to Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 1, which is true. However, if you want to look at how faith would play a role in organization, in the first place, you look at how creation came into being. And by understanding the fact that God saw and then he used words to call things that were not into action. And there was things that were not there were created out of the unseen. And therefore you see things now that were made, again, I'm repeating myself, going the same cycle, from things that were not seen. So organization in itself, organization in itself, can you hear me? Yes, my phone. I hear my phone somewhere. Is that my okay? I guess you can hear me now. Better? Can you hear me better now?
Yes, I can. I was just muted. I just muted
Okay,
somebody
awesome.
else. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. No problem. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, so I mean, faith is simply what will be the central focus when you look at the creation that God, out of order, out of chaos, out of nothing, created the whole world. Out of faith, he saw what is thought to be disorder. He saw what is thought to be confusion, to be chaos, but then he called it back into order. So organization is not merely productivity. It is a stewardship. You are saying something that is not right. What do you do to fix it? You don't want always to be pointing at people, oh, the leader, the supervisor, the manager, oh, my parent, or XYZ. You need to see that whatever you have in front of you, you are the steward of it. And how do you get yourself involved in managing it in a way that God saw out of nothing to bring something beautiful that we see today as the world? It saw chaos, it brought about order. It saw something of no beauty, no shape, but then it spoke and then there was shape into it. So to me, faith would help us to change the narrative, change the situation. My first aunt, Mrs. Florence Namele Sanis of blessed memory, and the catechist who was also an evangelist, CWA Sanis, they both saw something in what people did not see. If they had left myself and my brother to be raised by our affluent father, the story would have been a different story. But they said, no, we're not going to leave you to be raised by your father, who big time politician, respected individual, accomplished individual. They said no. They raised us. They brought us to their home, fostered us, and cared for us. And again, why am I bringing their name in here? They have shaped who I have been. They've shaped many of us. And those of many people on this line from VIDEM. We've all been shaped by their leadership, their guidance. Through them, we've brought about this, faith discussion. In a way, when you see things are not right, bring a change. Don't wait for somebody to do it. You step in and do it. So faith will let you be involved in managing what God has created. Faith will help you to move beyond what is confusion and bring about direction. Faith will help you to bring about help to people who are lacking organization, lacking how to set priorities, lacking how to truly live life that matters. I'm saying that my first aunt and the husband brought us out of something that they perceived, and of course, it would have been my father married many women. It would have been the same thing, but he said, no, this has to change. So change the narrative. Faith will help you to do that. Organization is not about controlling life. It's about stewarding what God has entrusted to you. And that's by faith.
Wow. I like how you kind of threw that word, change the narrative. Sometimes we don't realize in life, you said my father was a big politician. My father had a lot going on, and my family could not see my us struggle with knowing that this man is, he's doing a lot, right? So the narrative had to change for you and your brother, you and your family. And in life, sometimes we got to see that when we have to shift perspective, we have to shift how we think, we have to shift how we move, and faith will help you do that. So, what have you learned as a pastor and a leader about the connection between peace and order? Because those are the two things that one of the things I love about ministry is we have to remember who God is. He's a God of order, but he's also a God of peace. So you as a leader and a pastor, what have you how do you put the connection between peace and order?
Thank you so much. So peace and order. Peace would definitely give you a sound mind. And when your mind is sound and focused, you can accomplish a lot. Disorder will drain you emotionally. Disorder will drain you mentally, spiritually, and also in a relationship as well. I'm not ashamed to say I am one of many people given birth to by my father, but I'm also proud to say that out of knowing that peace can come out of disorder, I mean, peace can come when you order your life very well. The ability to simply knowing the fact that you can only have a sound mind when you are doing things the right way the first time. Ignoring that there can be chaos, ignoring the fact that there can be situations that will be out of control, sometimes will rather put you in a state of stress or distress. But knowing that there is chaos, there is confusion, there are all these things there, but again, you choose to order your life in a way that it will bring peace to you. So this is where I call leadership into being. So I haven't been in ministry, I haven't been in the leadership role that I have been in and still doing. I would call people to what we call self-leadership and personal stewardship. You need to see what you have been gifted with and be able to use it to the advantage, use it to the best, use it to the glory of God. Again, peace can only come when we are kind of focusing and then we are directing our effort in a way that it would benefit others. It will benefit us and benefit God and benefit others. It's all about reflect and giving glory to God and helping one another to be like God. So I would say it's possible we can have peace when we bring up or when there's order. But where there is sustained disorder, peace will struggle to survive. Where there is sustained disorder, peace will be struggling to survive. So let's bring about orderliness, doing things in the manner they should be done. I know we say this that when you know the right thing to do and you fail to do, sometimes it's sin. And sin is about missing the mark. You know where the mark is, you know what to do to get to the finished goal. Maybe you're just waiting for somebody to take the responsibility, but do it and put order and there'll be peace. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I love just hearing what you just said, because not only for the body of Christ, we need this order, we need order in our home, right? And I love how you said also, know what you are gifted with and use it to glorify God. That's when you find and understand your God given purpose while you're here on this earth. And order is possible, and so is peace. And as we're listening, I want you to think about your own life right now. Think about where you are in your life as a husband, as a mother, as a wife, as a father, as a friend. How can I bring peace and order to my life, to my words? Because people don't, out of the abundance of the heart, the Bible says the mouth speak. So that means you need to make sure your words have order so it can bring forth what? Peace to it, right? So I love that. And I want to now bring this to the readers for you to kind of share with them. What message do you hope the readers of Organization from Chaos to Clarity, Restoring Order, Reclaiming Peace, and Realigning Purpose, what do you hope readers carry with them after finishing this book?
Thank you so much again. And I would want to have readers take this with them, that their lives can be restored, their lives can be reordered, and their lives can be realigned. Organization is about, it's not about punishment or pressure. Organization is just preparation. Preparation physically, spiritually, emotionally, academically, or preparation in any discipline you find yourself in. And once you're prepared, we say opportunity will find you. You will not go looking for opportunity, but opportunity will find you. And this book is stressing the fact that we need to get ourselves aligned, reclaim the peace that we have lost because of chaos, because of disorder, and live with purpose. So peace will follow when there's alignment. We are able to sustain our progress when there is peace. But again, I want readers to know that their lives can be restored, their lives can be reordered, and their lives can be realigned with the God-given purpose. Organization, once again, is not about making life harder. It's about making purpose clearer. That is all this book is aiming to impact lives with.
Wow. Very good. Very good. Well said. And as we transition in some of your personal reflection, again, I'm going to bring it back reset the room a little bit. Again, my name is Dr. Melissa Lambert. I am the proud publisher of this amazing book. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve Dr. Manasseh Abijah on purpose. It's been truly a great journey to see how this book just came from a manuscript to now a published book. And I am just so thankful that God downloaded this message because as an author myself, right? I believe that for me, I feel like all my 14 books has been downloaded by God. And there's so many more that's coming out of me that's to come. So these are a message that we want to leave for the generation that's coming after us, right? So when God takes us home, we know that this book is going to still be here, right? And we want that people say, my daughter is 14 years old. I want her to, when she's in her 20s, when she's in her late 30s, to have a book like this in her hand, right? To bring forth order to her own life. So it's not just, I want y'all to understand, this book is not just for the believers. This book is for people, for humanity at large, to help us bring forth the order that we need physically, mentally, emotionally, you know, financially, as a individual. We want to be able to know that this is happening for all of us. So as we are going to transition to now asking some personal questions, we want you to take this time to write in a chat if you have some questions for the author himself. We want to ask those things in a few minutes. We will open up the floor for people to ask questions, just to kind of throw some insight in there. Stay to the end. As the publisher, I have a really good incentive for each and every one of you, because every last one of you that is watching, that is listening, that is here on Zoom, you have a story, and your story also needs to be told. So thank you to Dr. Manasseh for being who he is, a man that loves God, a man that loves people, and a man that is truly on an assignment to help bring order to this world. So, sir, as we go right into your personal favorites, your personal, reflection with this book, what chapter, and I can't wait to hear this answer, what chapter impacted you the most while writing this book?
Well, thank you. I mean, all the chapters are great. No two ways about them. But if I would pick one, it would be chapter 3. And of course, 3 is a perfect number. So I'll go with 3, which simply stated, gifted but disorganized. Chapter 3 is the one that I have the most impact, addressing struggle that many talented and capable individuals were facing. And really, we don't talk about these things. As I have been, people have known me for a while, and those who have known my father too, I am not ashamed to say that he gave birth to me. Of course, he gave me the name Manasseh. Manasseh was from my mother, and Abijah was from my father, who also said, God is my father. That's the meaning of Abijah. Abi, Abba, father. Jah, Jehovah. So Jehovah is my father. So that's how the name Abijah came about. However, chapter 3 impacted me the most. Again, I encourage individuals who have tremendous gifts, tremendous intelligence, tremendous creativity, innovation, potential, what have you to kind of not get frustrated. Because sometimes when you don't find purpose, you don't find alignment, you don't find order to what you are gifted with, you become frustrated. You are trying, you're doing everything, but you're not shining, or you're not making ends meet. You're not breaking through. And it's sometimes we have to just sit down again to look at our inner self and see, what am I missing? What do I need to do differently in order to make it? I say to people who once or always would say, I'm a Christian, but I don't want to go to church. Why do footballers go and practice or go and be seen when they are footballers, when they are gifted? They go to the stadium to play, and people see and say, hey, you are shining. You are the star, you are what have you. Gifted but disorganized. So again, bring your giftings, your talents, your potential, your creativity, your intelligence, whatever God has blessed you with, to God and see how God is going to make it flourish. Bring it to the order of God. Bring it in order with God. And this chapter is the one that I will say that it reflects my own journey. And from back home, we were very little and we wanted to be engineers. And of course, the engineers wanted to be was aeronautical engineering. But we didn't get the right guidance to start with, even though we ended up becoming mechanical engineers, which was also another great achievement by itself. But the point I'm trying to make here is that we were gifted, but we were also disorganized in a way. So proud to say that my auntie brought me out of the chaos that would have, in a way, disorganized the whole plan, for which today I stand not as a boast, but to give glory to God that I have had two double portion of everything from bachelor's, except for master's, to PhD being double, to say that when you are living, when you're gifted and you are organized and you are living under God's guardianship, you're able to try, you're able to make it. So one key lesson here is the fact that gifting alone cannot guarantee success. Talent may open the doors for you, but discipline, being organized, would always keep the door open and make you maximize the opportunities and maximize your creativity, your giftedness, your talents, your potential, and what have you. I'm so thankful to see many of you on the Zoom today, and that I grew up with. And I'm proud to say you are all making it just because we've all put some order to the giftings that God has given to us. Not just, admiring and appreciating the gift, but using the gift with some discipline, putting structure into it, being determined that those are the things that have sustained us and keep on sustaining us. So to the next generation, to anyone who may find yourself to be gifted, you are very gifted in one area of your life or the other area of your life, or whatever you know yourself to be. Don't feel frustrated. You can be gifted and still struggle, but you can use your gifting when you bring it to God, combine it with organization, with purpose and clarity, intentionality, and extraordinary things will begin to emerge. So I would say this chapter that I wrote became the chapter that I can also preach back and back to myself as well, not just to people, but to myself. I keep going back as well every now and then. So hope is possible, gifted but disorganized. Thank you.
Wow, wow, love it. And I'm looking at chapter 3 right now, and there's a couple of sentence that stands out to me right on page 55 when you said, greater gifts require greater order because impact without structure becomes a burden rather than a blessing.
Mhm.
Then you continue on saying, God's desire is not merely that you be gifted, but that you be fruitful. And I love how, you put these things into place. And then one of the reflection on every part in every chapter, you have a reflection. And I love that you did that because we want you not to be just readers, but we want you to be doers of this book. Just like the same thing with the word of truth. You cannot just be hearers of the word,
Mhm.
but you must be what doers of the word as well. So I love how when you wrote this book, you have these reflections so we can reflect on what we heard. And one of the reflection, I love how you put this. What systems are needed to support what God has already placed inside you? Everything runs with a system. When you think about McDonald's, when you think about KFC, when you think about Chick-fil-A, when you think about Starbucks, do you know that these are young people, kids that are 16 years old, maybe starting at 15, that are
Mhm.
running a big corporation, a big institution, a big company such as a McDonald's, which is a global brand, right? But without a system, they can't run it. Everything in life has a system that brings forth order. So, to go back to what you said in the reflection, what systems are needed to support what God has already placed inside you? I want everybody to write that down, and I'm hoping that you can come up with whatever that system is. God has placed something great inside of each and every one of us. You just have to sit before the Lord and ask Him, just like how we can ask God for finance and for healing and for blessings and for favor and all that stuff. Ask God, give me the system that I need to bring forth order to my life, or give me the system that I need so I can build the gifting that you have given to me. So, the next question I need to ask you is, how has this message changed your own life? I know you talk so much about your father, your aunts, your brother, your family, but now you as a professor, you as a pastor, you as a husband, you as a father, you as a friend, and now you as an author, how has this message changed your own life?
Thank you so much again for these wonderful questions, and especially the reflections that you were just, bringing one up. It's indeed a place to get you into the book to be a doer, more than just consuming information, but also to transform life and bring about purpose. Yeah, personally, this book has changed my life. I do remember writing my dissertation where I had a lot of things on my heart to kind of research, and I was kind of all over the place. I have ideas, I had plans, I had things to look at, but none of it. I mean, good to say, but there was this phrase that a done, no, a good dissertation is a done dissertation. What it means is that if you so desire to have your PhD, then find a topic that is doable, easy to accomplish, not to solve the whole world's problem. Do solve the whole world's problem when you are finished. Then you can think about monetizing your degree. But whilst you are researching and studying, you want to get something that is doable within a certain amount of time. So it has helped me. This book has actually helped me because I was sat down to kind of narrow down all the plans that I have, all the titles and topics I want to study, to a laser focus, and that helped me to actually complete what would have been done in 5 years in 3 years. I say all these things sometimes not to boast, but to give glory to God that organization has played a very intentional role in my life. It has helped me to prioritize. It has helped my commitment to be focused and shaped in a way that I can look back and say, yes, this were all done because there was order. It has helped me to reinforce the importance of staying consistent and disciplined. This book has actually reminded me to be, um, just to know the fact that success is not sustained by talent alone, but by stewardship and daily habits, reforming, refining, continuously improving. Talent, as I mentioned earlier, may open the doors, but to keep the doors open, you have to have order. And this book has brought about that, which is helping me to keep any door and any door of opportunity open.
Wow. I love how you brought that into play because it brings me back to my own life. And you said something, and it's like, I didn't even notice you have all doubles and everything. And that reminds me of myself, like, same here. I don't have a double bachelor's, but I have a double master's, and a double PhD, doctoral, doctorate, right? And nothing that we do in life, as with all that we do, we have to have order, we have to have structure, we have to prioritize things to bring it together. And I love that this book has gave you that same concept of priority, commitment, consistency, discipline. And I truly believe if we can all take a page out of the same book and figure out how to bring our life to order. Sometime, going back to that filter, going back to that fillers that we have in place. We fill our time with things that are not good. If we just restructure our life in a way, we can get so much done, right? So going to now the fine one of the next question is, what do you believe God is saying to people through this book? I know that you didn't just write this book just because. I know the spirit of truth was leading you and guiding you. So when you think back and even think forward, what do you believe God is saying to people through this book?
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Once again, I'm really grateful to all of you who have joined in from all over the place, from Ghana, Governor George Akrofiado. Thank you for joining. I'm so happy to see you here. And to the question, what do I believe God is saying? I would say that confusion is not God's calling or design for you. So, being this world, we're going to be faced with all this chaos and confusion and the noise, distractions. Name them and they are there. But that is not your calling. God is calling his people back to clarity, back to peace, still worship and purpose. So I would say that again, look at your day, look at what is filling your day, look at your life. What are you spending your life on? And I mean your finances. What you treasure is where you spend most. So God is calling us into order, into clarity, into peace, still worship with purpose. God is also inviting us to release some unhealthy cycles and distractions of habits. We know what we are doing at any given time. We don't need anybody to tell us what is wrong. We know it. So just look at yourself and say, am I fulfilling my God given or God called purpose of mission? The invitation of this book is simple. Let order begin. God's desire is not merely that you survive, but that you become a steward of what God has placed into your hands, your life, your talent, your treasure. As a father, husband, as a brother, as a pastor, as a child of God, what God is calling me to know and to do is the fact that confusion is not his design for me. And so it applies to you as well. It's not calling us to live our lives anyhow. Again, God's desire for you is not merely to survive, but to live a life that you are still wording what He has placed in your hands with purpose and with intention. Thank you.
Wow. Yes, and yes. I always say, let's do this when it comes to working. Let us not work our purpose away, but let us live out our God given purpose. And I'm so thankful that God has given you this message, not just to write it, but to publish it so the world can receive it. So my prayer is that they do receive. They receive from it. And it's not just a book. And I'm going to say this very clearly. This is not a book that you pick up and you read and that's it. This is something that you continue to read over your lifespan, because just like how we go through life with so much going on in our, so much trauma, so much pain, so much hurt, so much, it's not overnight success or not overnight fix. So we want this book to be a daily reading where you take your time, don't rush through it, work through it and go through it so you can grow from it. Okay, so I want you to take this book in as a secondary, spiritual book to give you the guidance and the help that is needed for your daily living. So I'm going to switch it around a little bit now, and we're going to talk about. And I don't like when people brag about me, but this time I'm going to receive the brag. Okay, so how was it working with Lambert Publishing House, working with me on this journey? I'm just like, I'm thankful. When you came to me, Apostle BB Bumpo, which was one of my previous author and a true man of the faith, he was the one that introduced us. And Apostle Bumpo, he knows me. He knows me that whenever people comes my way, it doesn't take long for me to execute a book. It takes me a very short time to do anything because that's one of my gifting from above. So I want you to tell everyone that is here and are listening, what was your experience working with me on this project?
Well, thank you so much. This is the time I've said this before, but I'll say it to those of you who don't know Dr. Melissa Lambert. It's been a rewarding and professional partnership. Great messages always deserve great partners. And the Lambert Publishing House has been one that has brought this great message to life. And I'm grateful. Dr. Melissa Lambert, when I reached our colleague, Apostle Bismarck Berima Bampo, we call him BBB, 3Bs. This is a guy who has been so gifted, so tremendously involved in the Yafka days, in the days when we do all this gospel, Joyful Way Incorporated, actually, Joyful Way Incorporated. One of their leading members, those days in the 80s, and still a man of God. He introduced me to Dr. Lambert, and I would say this, she is not just a publisher. They provide encouragement, support throughout the process, throughout like purpose-driven partnership, I would say. Every book project is not just a project or book publishing, but a mission. And she did this with purpose. She is impacting lives. She is helping people to leave legacies. And I would say that as an experience working with you, I've seen the hands-on approach that you brought to this book, where you kind of invited me and laid down the process from start to finish, where we're going to like have a vision board, brainstorming, and all kinds of structure, organized step by step. And I've seen this. I mean, I was looking at elsewhere too, but your 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 package stood out, and it's more to say that you are dedicated. You have the mind mapping session laid out clearly, the way it made the gigantic task so simple, and you broke it down. So working with you has been very professional, very rewarding, and I can say to anyone who's looking to publish to look to the Lambert Publishing House. She does not own the royalty that you need to own as an author. Some publishers will divide, some publishers will take away your royalty, and any royalty, anything that you are earning out of these books will just go to them. But she gave everything, including the manuscript, to me. And I'm grateful for the support. Very sensitive. I'm time sensitive, time conscious, very fast paced, very focused, and dedicated to helping people. Again, the Lambert Publishing House did an amazing work, very comprehensive support from start to finish. And even that, she's still also helping with the marketing. And I'm grateful to you, Dr. Melissa, for all the support that you've given from day one. Very immense and tremendous. And again, Dr. Melissa Lambert, thank you for your commitment. Thank you for the structure. Thank you for execution of this project with purpose and on time. Thank you. I can go on to say the whole time if you allow me, but thank you. It's a simple word, but God bless you.
Well, thank you. It's truly, truly an honor. I always tell people I am not a publisher just alone. Your baby becomes mine. I become your midwife in this process. So when you see my price, when I say this is the price, and you're like, oh my gosh, trust me, it's well worth it because I give you 100% full control of your own money moving forward. It's not for me to keep, it's for me to release. And that's the gift that I have to be able to put things in order and put it in place where it flows. For those who have never written before, it's you need to be in the hands of somebody that will take you in like a mother and really mother the gift that you have and be able to help you nourish and bring forth this story and bring it to life. So I thank you so much, Dr. Abijah, for really seeing the good in me, for trusting Apostle BB Bampo with, this American young lady that's just talks so fast and works so fast, right? And it's just been such a blessing. And I appreciate you and your wife, your family, for just giving me this opportunity. And for those who are listening and you're on right now, and you're saying, I too have a story. I want to be an author. Please stay to the end. I want to show you something. I was asking God. I was talking to Dr. Manasseh. I said, Dr. Manasseh, I have been just asking God, what can I do for your audience? And He gave me something to bring forth to this audience. So stay tuned. I'm going to share how you can not just you're on this call because of Dr. Manasseh, right? You're on this call to support him and to support the vision and to get a copy and to spread this copy into your own audience, your own community. But I also want to give you back something to be also a co-author of your own book. You may say, I don't know how to write. That's why ghostwriting is my specialty. Or you may be a Dr. Manasseh that knows how to write very, very well and be able to send it over to me. That's okay as well. So as you're here, I'm going to show you how you too can have the opportunity to be a part of a project.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm going
I was with
to.
somebody.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes.
Perfect. So we're going to now do a live conversation. And I'm going to ask this questions to the audience. So I'm going to ask you the first question. What area of your life needs more clarity? And I want somebody to be bold enough to come off mute to share that with us. After hearing everything that was spoke about today, what area of your life needs more clarity? And you better not say, I don't have any area. There is so many areas in our life that needs more clarity. Our finance, our health, our marriages, our relationship with our children, our relationship with our spouse, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with God, our business relationship, those who are students. My time that I spend more on social media and less on what I need to do. What area in your life right now that you can kind of think about, that needs clarity? So if you can do me a favor, just there is a button on the bottom that says raise hand. Like my hand is high right now. You can raise your hand. Very good. I see Shiloh Jordan raised her hand. Is it he or she? Dr. Manasseh, is that a he or she? Shiloh. Oh, she is Sheila. Is this say I'm saying it's Sheila? Is it Shiloh? Sheila.
That's Shiloh.
Shiloh.
Yeah.
Welcome, Miss
Cynthia in
Shiloh.
the room.
Welcome. Can you go ahead, Miss Jordan, and share with us what area of your life needs more clarity? And thank you for being bold and being the first to share with us today.
Okay. So thank you so much for having me on this platform because I've been looking forward to it. And I actually wanted to be here and listen to Dr. Abijah today. As I listened to the presentation, there was one thing that kept coming to me, and I think it's an area that I need clarity, and it is fulfilling purpose, right? So because you can find yourself with so many talents, you can find yourself doing so many things, and you can finish this life not actually fulfilling purpose. So for me, how do I actually find this purpose? Because I think there might be several purposes for one individual, but we all different. And just like the Bible says that in my father's house there are many mansions. There are so many things that we can do, but there is that one thing that God has given you that if you are able to fulfill it, then that will be it. You will be a saw becoming a pole. So that is where I think I need clarity. And if Dr. Abijah can explain
Absolutely.
purpose more for me, how I can find it, I think I'll be grateful. Thank you.
Great
Thank you
question.
so much. Great question. Yes, very eloquently, stated. Thank you so much, Ms. Jordan. I know the voice. I know this person very well. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would say this: start small and start today. Sometimes we see what needs to be changed, but we keep postponing, procrastinating. Oh, I'll wait. I'll get this done before I do this. Oh, I'll do it later. Start small and start today. I want to drum this and beat it to, whatever level I can do it, but start small and start today. Clarity often comes through action, not big actions, but small steps. Not waiting, but doing it now. Focus on one area that needs improvement. You've identified your area already based on your question. So I would say start focusing on one area at a time, the area that needs improvement. Start with one step at a time. Create simple routines. Remain consistent when you set some routines to your life. Again, as I've given the example, you wake up first in the morning, people are reaching out to their phones. Why don't you reach out to God, who owns the day, who created the day, who knows what the day will look like? Say, God, tell me, direct me, show me what I need to do in this day to be successful. And God will do that for you. So give yourself some grace. Sometimes when you are not meeting your goals, give yourself grace. We are humans. Progress is not more important than perfection, but preparation, organization, putting that what needs to be done at the right time is very important. Many are capable, from the back of the book, many are capable, busy lives. You feel overwhelmed and misaligned. What often feels like burnout is frequently something more practical. Life without order can just seem like that. So just start small and start today. I will say this: clarity often will come when you start putting things into action. Do it, be consistent. Give yourself grace. I hope that answers your question, addresses your question as well.
That is beautiful. And I'm so thankful that Miss Jordan really asked that question because many people, are living their life, but not living on purpose. And I love your response. I love your response, Dr. Abijah, about how you really broke it down to start small. People want to rush into doing something and have a big milestone that they want to I want to be a doctor, okay, but do you have a associate? Do you have a bachelor's? Do you even have a master's? You can't get to a doctoral level without starting at the smaller level, right? And I love how you said start today. Procrastination is the biggest devil that we can find. That's the biggest demon, procrastination, because we procrastinate on everything. Don't the Bible says worry about nothing but pray about everything, right?
Yep.
And let your request be known unto God, right? That's the same thing with procrastination. Stop procrastinating and move. Get it done. And I love how you mentioned clarity comes through action. You have to do the work. So to find purpose is not to lay down and just say, woe is me. To find purpose is not to just sit there and just try to, try to say, oh, I don't know what to do. I know. To find purpose is to take action. and take that action now. And something else you also said, and I love it, because in the process of you taking action, something is going to happen for you. You may get some hiccups. You may fall. You may fail. You may not complete the task. But you said something that was so powerful. Give yourself some grace.
Mm-hmm.
Grace that is more than enough, grace that is sufficient for you. We have to sometimes give ourselves grace in this journey called life. We want to do life. We want to figure out our purpose on this earth, but sometimes we try to figure it out and then we say, oh, I don't think that's it. And you want to give up. Don't give up. Brush yourself off and say, what's next? God, maybe that's not it. Well, what can I do next? That's where that grace comes in. So I love that. And one of the things, when I love this my mentor, his name is where can I Brown, Les Brown. Les
Les
Brown
Brown.
says it best. He said, if you go to the graveyard, there's so many books there. There's so many dreams. There's so many ideas, and there's so many purpose that are buried in the grave. I don't care what age you are. You can be 15, you can be 20, you can be 30, you can be 60, you can be 70, you can be 80, whatever your age is. Let me tell you something. It's never too late to find and identify and begin to walk in your God given purpose. I just saw, I think a person just raised their hand, Joe.
Yeah, Joey. Mama
Joey,
Joe. Mama Joe, yes.
Okay, perfect. So, Mama Joe, I want you to unmute yourself and ask your question, please. You can go ahead and unmute yourself, Mama Joe. Joey, I appreciate you. We appreciate you coming on. If she's having any difficulty,
no, she should be okay now.
She should be okay now.
Yeah. If you're talking, we can hear you, but I see your microphone is open.
Okay, I just say thank you for having me on. I appreciate this opportunity to join this forum. As mentioned earlier, there's so much chaos in the world, and as parents, we have kids, we have ambitions, and sometimes it's hard to know where to start. Sometimes we want to focus on the children, sometimes we want to focus on the finances, sometimes we want to focus on the business. How do you organize yourself to bring chaos in clarity?
Thank you so much, Mama Joe. That was awesome question. Of course, I like that question. First of all, I think the epigraph for this book is also 1 Corinthians 14:33, that God is not a God of confusion, but a God of order. So yes, we have a lot on our plate as parents. We have ourselves, our spouses, we have our children, we have our businesses or jobs, we have our careers or dreams or what have you. But it also calls for us to kind of strategize in a way that it will bring some order to us. That's where organization will come into play. That's where you sit down one day at a time, look at all you have going on, and do it one day at a time. Why do I say one day at a time? Where people get stressed, where people get burnout, where people get depressed, is when you look at tomorrow and you are bringing into what you have to do today. And then you are kind of trying to make it happen no matter what. Just take it easy and do what you can with what you have. And that will give you the energy, the fuel to move on to the next and to the next and to the next. Before you realize the huge task or mountain is leveled with no stress, no depression, no anxiety, no whatever. So just start one day at a time. Put order to all that you have to do. And I like how Dr. Melissa Lambert said, use a SMART goal. break your task, break your day, break your children's activities, their homework, picking up from school, dropping off for school, and going after school curriculum, to this game here, this sports here. We have to go through all this in their routines, but we can put order to the routines, and they would help us to live our lives with purpose and with intention. Align everything that you have to do. And when you do that, that would just help you to live a life that would mean that in a triangle, we start sometimes that equilibrium triangle have all equal size or equal angles. From the base is wide and broad. You have a lot of tasks, a lot of things to do, a lot of people. But as you keep moving up, you start to see things that are not most important or not important at all to you in your life, and they start dropping. Don't take them back. Don't go back and say, why has this person left your life? Why am I not doing this again? It means it's not important, not relevant anymore. Keep focusing on what is before you. As you keep going, you come to a point where you see what is the most important is what you focus on. Why do I bring the triangle in? Because again, the base is broad. You have so many things to do. If you look at that, you get stuck there. But if you keep focusing, keep prioritizing, strategizing, and arranging things one after the other, you're now kind of focusing on what is most important, and that will help you to drive you to the next and the next and the next. So don't look at the whole picture at once. You will be overwhelmed. First of all, place it in the hands of God. He knows. My life practically has been a life that, as a father, a family man, and also educator, and a technologist with all these AI things going on. If I look at what I have to do in a given day, I would not start at all. I just have to structure and do it one at a time. My wife has been very amazing, supporting with my son and daughter. All we do is just do what we can one day at a time. And that's how we focus. And again, one day at a time. I'll just end it like that over here. And I hope that has addressed your question.
Wow, that was powerful.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Mama Joe.
I love how you put that for Mama Joe. I believe that these two ladies that spoke really spoke of how we all are thinking in these days, right? Um, you mentioned Mama Joey. You mentioned being a parent, and I like how you say where to start. Where do I start? How do I organize myself? How do I get everything into play? And I love your response, Dr. Abijah. Dr. Abijah, you said 1 day at a time. And I like that because sometimes it's overwhelming as a mother, as a career woman, as a wife, as a friend, as a daughter. It's overwhelming as a father, as a leader, as a employer or employee, either or. It's overwhelming, but 1 day. And then you said one thing at a time. And I love how you brought that triangle into place, and you said put order to what needs to be done, align everything we need. And one of the things that I like each and every day from you, how I keep order to my life, it starts the night before. I plan my day the night before. That may sound crazy, but guess what? It helps me to know what's to come. So I plan out what am I going to do tomorrow. From nine from my day, it starts at 6:30 with God. What is my day starting? It always start. Remember, however you start your day, that is your God. I start my day with God, not on Facebook, not on Instagram, not on TikTok, not on CNN. I start my day with God in His Word, saying to God, thank you for this morning. So the first priority for every one of us is, who is your God? Whatever you start your day with, however you start your day, that's your uppercase G or your lowercase g. I pray that you are starting your day with the uppercase, which is Jehovah Jireh, our provider, our God, and everything else. You just align in the day, arrange things like you said, one after the other. And I love how you put this. Place it in the hands of God. What a way to end that. Placing everything in the hands of God. So, as we are closing and we are rounding up, I'm going to ask Dr. Manasseh to help me say each person's name. Miss
Sure.
Jordan, Clarity, Hanny, Peace, very good. Solis, Peace. Seth, Peace, yes. That's Sethena, Clarity.
Satina,
Cindy,
yes.
Clarity, good, good. I want everybody to bring it in. Come on, Lucky, Clarity. Okay, Jazzy, Peace. Alberta, Peace. Yes, Ernest, Clarity. Come on now, let me see what you are saying. I want you to give us and let us know how everything has been for you. Here we go. Hills, Clarity. Vinci, Clarity. So I'm glad that we're seeing this and everybody's putting it inside of the chat what today's message has been for you. So if this message has encouraged you and helped you, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to spread this message. I don't believe Dr. Manasseh, he has written this book. Dr. Abijah, I don't think you wrote this book just for you. Did you write this book just for you?
No, it's for everyone.
It's for everyone. So yes, each and every one of you have a audience. If you pull up your Facebook right now, your Instagram, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, your TikTok, whatever that number of followers are, those are your audience. I need you to share this book because every one of us need order. Many of us are going through chaos in our life and need clarity. I need you to share this book. So I'm going to give to you the floor. And I want you to do me a favor, Dr. Abijah. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to share with everyone. First and foremost, if they know you, I need them to connect back directly to you and sow a seed. That seed, whatever that seed may be. I'm a big believer. Let me now, I'm about to preach, y'all. I'm a big believer of seed sowing. Everything in the Bible you hear, they were sacrificial offering. They were sacrificing and sending a seed or doing something for God. He is not your God, but guess what? He is a man of God. That God released a word in his mouth that was placed in a manuscript that's now being written. So I'm asking every one of you that do not have a copy of this book and you know this man of God, you know this author, I need you to call him, text him, email him, message him, and say, I need to sow a seed. And I need you to send me an autographed copy of this book. Don't ask how much is the book. Sow a seed. Because that seed is going to go up, pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall God give it back to your bosom. I decree and declare 100-fold return to your house. So for those who do not know you, how can they now get a copy of this book in their hands?
Thank you so much, every one of you joining from near and far. The book is on drmabijahbooks.com. Once you type that into your browser, it takes you to where and how you can get a copy in your hand. That is again drmabijahbooks.com, and that will lead you right there. You can use
Awesome.
Amazon, that's fine too, but I prefer Dr. Abijah Books because it gives you the connection and opportunity to be able to relate and network for future books so that when they are released, you'll be one of the first ones to know about it. And also, again, your partnership means a lot to me as well. So drmabijahbooks.com. Thank you.
Awesome. And Dr. Abisha, can you also tell us all your social media handles? I know you're on Facebook. I know you're on X. I know you're on Instagram. I know you're on LinkedIn. How can everyone follow you? And I'm also going to put it in the chat for those who cannot remember, but I'll put that in the chat, but you can just say that out loud as well.
Yes, of course, I've been a social media guru for some time, but then pulled out of Facebook, but I'm back there. So this is where you can find me. For Facebook, you want to go. Sorry, 1 second. I dropped mine. 1 second. Use this one here. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Do you want to use? Sorry. You can hear me now. For Facebook, you want to go man.abijah. Then for Twitter, sorry, let's do it in order. For Twitter, you want to go with M_Abijah at M_Abijah for Twitter, and then for Instagram, Abijah. For LinkedIn, you will find me at M-Abijah. And once again, to order books, if you so desire to order books for us, people at some schools are doing, I can work with you to have the bulk purchase done that you can email me directly to drmabijah@gmail.com. And if you're ordering just a few, one or two, you can go to drmabijahbooks.com. So these are the ways and means you can connect with me, and I'll be glad to connect with you as well. Thank you.
Awesome. So I did put in the chat all the information so you can just grab that there. Thank you so much, Dr. Abijah, for all that you have done and for this being it. Do you know Mr. Victor that just showed up? Is that your brother? I saw him on Facebook and I'm like, they look alike.
What do you think?
Oh,
Victory.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Hi,
yeah,
everyone.
I saw.
Thank you. Good to see you
I
all
don't
here. It's great to have everyone here. And I want to say that if you are buying bulk of 10 copies, let me know. And I will pay the first or two books free. So somebody is free. You want to buy 10 books? Put it there now. And I'll just get one off the list to make it easy for you. Thank you, everyone, for joining and making this lunch process. Your presence, your encouragement, your support has made it very, someone says chocolate, special, so sweet. I'm grateful for everyone making it here. So thank you. I want to leave it for you now to guess who this voice is. It's exactly what you are hearing now. It's very before. Anyway, I'm on the road, so I'll meet myself. And thank you very much for the time. And God bless everyone.
Wow. Yes.
Thank you, brother. God bless you. I appreciate you, Dr. Efem AJ. Thank you.
So that is your twin brother, right?
Yes, it is.
I was like, wait, what does he look like? I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. I did not hear everything he was saying about the 10 copies. So if you can just restate that so we can make sure everyone heard that clearly as well.
Yeah, so my twin brother said if you're going to order for 10 copies, it will take the first book from your list. So you have to pay for 9 instead of 10. And I'm also going to work with you to make sure the shipping, whatever handling would also be weighed. So it will be at a reasonable cost to you as well. So thank you for that generous offer.
Awesome.
Thank you. And there is a thing. Awesome. Let's all be in the action of giving. Givers are blessed. Givers are in charge. Givers have the first say, and they can have opportunity of everything that we will talk about. I'm not saying receivers are not okay, but please, let's have the attitude and the mindset of being given, and you'll be blessed. You will be okay. You will feel good that because of you, somebody has gotten something that they couldn't get by themselves, and they also learn from you and being givers. Bless you.
Amen. Amen. I love
Amen.
I love that attitude of giving. So thank you so much for sharing, sir. One of the things for those who are pastors, I want to speak to pastors and leaders today. You are the one should be running to get some bulk books because I really want you to be able to be givers to your community, be givers to your congregation. Dr. Abijah, I want you to really kind of gather and get with different pastors because they need to have this book in their in their church. And very soon we're going to release a manuscript, not a manuscript, I would say a guide and how to bring this as a course in your church. We want to teach this book. We don't want to read this book. We want to teach this book to everyone. So thank you again. We're now at the hour. So let me just go ahead and share my screen. For those who stayed on this long, I want to introduce you to something that I think will be impactful for each and every one of you. My background, even though I have this American accent, my heritage, I am from Jamaica. I was born in Jamaica and raised here in America. And I know the struggle to get to this country. I knew what my dad, first and foremost, he took my mom up first, then my sister, then I was second, and my brother. He took his time to get us up here, in a way that he could. I remember one time because we didn't have papers, we got a letter from the government that we're going to be deported, right? But by the grace of God, God worked it out that we were able to stay still in this country. So there's so much stories that we all can say we have coming from Africa, coming from another country, and now we're here, right? And we never share the storm to the victory. We never steer the storm to the rainbow, right? I'm going to give everyone the opportunity to be a part of, become a co-author of this new book. I'm going to share my screen, and I'm excited. When I shared this with Dr. Abijah, he said to me, this is a great idea. I'm going to zoom it in. Let me know. Dr. Abijah, can you see that? Is it too? Okay,
Yes, I can see. It's perfect.
There it is. Hold on.
This good. This good.
This good? Okay,
right,
so
yeah.
be a part of something legendary. You see the book, it says, the title of this book is called Coming to America. This is going to be for 25 people. I'm not going to do, I was thinking about doing a Coming to America impactful Ghanaian, but for the Ghana community. But I said, you know what? I'm going to just leave it right now for 25 Africans, because you never know. There are some people that are Nigerian, from Senegal, from different part of Africa that want to share into this as well. So 25 impactful African sharing their journey, faith, challenges, and success stories. And I know as an author, Dr. Abijah can share with you, my price is not this low. It is not. But I wanted to create something where everybody can still be authors. And I don't want you to worry about I'm not a good writer. That's why I come in to be a ghostwriter for you. That's why I use the two different prices. For those who are like, that are good writers and know what they're on a writer already, you have another price without me ghostwriting that for you. But I'm going to still fix it up so it can sound like an actual story. I want to bring this into everyone's, giving you the opportunity to co-author a book. What does that mean for you? That means you're going to be a co-author. Your face is going to be on this book. Your story is going to be written in this book, and you're going to have access to this book to share within your community and take the profit. I am not going to take the profit. Once the book is released, you can buy them at bulk and sell them retail and take the money from that. You're now an author, a published author. And I want to do this because I truly believe we need residual income. We need to also have a legacy that our children can read and say, that's my daddy, that's my mama, that's my granddad, that's my grandpa, that's my grandmother, that's my auntie, that's my uncle. Their story is in this book. So I'm only opening this up to 25 people to do this. It's going to be a challenge for you to shift your mindset, but I want you to know it's possible. Don't think I don't have a story, because if once we speak to each other, I will know that you do have a story. And I'm going to pull that story out of you. And I'm going to show you how we're going to create that story into 3 pages. Some of you may have 3 to 4 pages long story, but I'm going to help you on this journey. So to secure your seat is only $150 to secure your spot. That locks you in for me to now have a conversation with you. that locks me into now bring you and put you into that circle of showing you what we're going to do next, where we call the mind mapping session, right? So I'm going to get you guys see my Zelle information is on there. That's my number. You just Zelle that amount to it. But I'm also going to put my email here. It's Dr. Melissa, spelled with two L's. So DrMelissa@gmail.com. That's my email, DrMelissALambert@gmail.com. Not only that, for those who say, you know what, I don't want to do a Coming to America book, I do have another one that I want to share. I'm hoping that you guys can see this one. Hold on. Is it coming up? Okay, yes. Can you see that one as well? Okay.
Yes.
So some people may not want to do the Coming to America. Some people do want to do a Coming to America. But if you don't want to do the Coming to America, there's another one that we're going to release together, myself and the wife of Dr. Manasseh, Abijah. I know her middle name is Success, but Dr.
Cindy Abijah, yeah.
Dr. Cindy Abijah, she is going to be also a forwarder and a co-contributor of this book. Is called Like a Phoenix, I Rise and Conquer. So your story to rise in, your story that may be something that you have never spoke about. You know, look at Dr. Manasseh, like he rose from the ashes to now being this successful speaker, preacher, teacher, leader. You know, he is a phoenix that has risen and has conquered and still conquering his story. So there's these two books are here for us to come together as a this book. I'm not sure how many authors yet we're going to put into this, but I want to be able to allow you the opportunity to be featured authors and be able to have a second income and to let everyone know that you too are an author. So if you are interested, drop your name in the chat so I can know that you are interested. My contact number for you to call me directly is 863 330 3211. That is my direct number. Let me put my direct number here so you can see direct number. And I hope you got something from this amazing event. And we want you to leave knowing that just like you came here to hear another author, the next time you come back to something like this, you're going to be the guest author, the co-author of one of these amazing books. So I'm going to stop sharing, and I hope that this was impactful for each and every one of you. I'm going to leave the last words over to you, Dr. Abijah, if you can go ahead and share your last statements and your thanks to each and every person.
Well, thank you so much once again, all of you joining from near and from far. Those of you from Ghana, I really appreciate you. You should be sleeping by now, but you're on here supporting, listening to every one of them. I thank you. From UK, thank you as well. UK, thank you as well. And thank you, Mr. Jonas Okwe Amund, my big brother-in-law. Thank you so much for sparing your time with me. I don't take it for granted. Thank you. Mama Abeta Otu, all the way from Illinois. Thank you. Apostle Dodu, thank you. This is a man we all grew up with in the same house. Apostle Dodu, God bless you. Mama Cindy, God bless you. Mama Cindy Okan, God bless you. And of course, Mrs. Akrofi Ado, Emilia, our family, God bless you so much. Mr. Ernest Na, God bless you. Mama Francisca, God bless you. I see Galaxy, I know, God bless you. Mama Annie, thank you for last minute, but you joined, thank you. Pastor Hills, I should go, God bless you. Mr. Ishmael Bote, one of the strategists, of the consultants, business tycoon. God bless you so much for joining. I know you could be in many places by now, but you chose to be here, so I appreciate that. Thank you. The one in his infinity, I don't know, but God bless you. And Mama Irene Mesa, God bless you. Mama Jazzy Winner, my sister, God bless you. Mama Joe Namele, God bless you. Mama Joyce Sanis, Gladys, my sister. This is the last born of Mr. C.W. Sanis, Evangelist C.W. Sanis. This is my sister that we came right after. We were all raised in the same house by the same father, the same mother. Mama Gladys Joyce Sanis, thank you for your amazing support day in, day out. You've been here, you've been there, all the time supporting me. Thank you. Brother Jude, Professor Jude, my son, God bless you. Ma'am, oh, this is lucky. This is the doctor. We were all in the same college. Thank you so, and the same Christian fellowship as well. Dr. Lucky Atta, God bless you as well. Pastor Oscar Osine, God bless you. I appreciate you. Reverend Dr. Wonder, God bless you from Oklahoma. You spent time with us, and I appreciate you so much. Pastor Becky, thank you for organizing and bringing people in. You are amazing. Pastor Ebenezer, peace man, God bless you, man of God. I appreciate you. Mrs. Abankwasanis, Renat, God bless you as well. Chief Engineer, the Chief Engineer of Ghana, said Tetepio Anan, God bless you. I appreciate you joining. You could be with the president by now, but you are here. Listen to this, so thank you. Mama Satina, God bless you too. What an amazing support. Sister, God bless you so much. Jordan, God bless you, Jalo. I appreciate you for your support, day one and day in, day out. Brother Bishop Benjamin, God bless you as well. I thank you, yes. And I thank God for your life. Brother Benjamin, who is Bishop Benjamin, happens to be one of the four twins, including myself. He has another twin brother, Joseph and Benjamin. In our family, there are a lot of twins, Manasseh, Ephraim, or Joseph Benjamin. So if you hear any Manasseh Ephraim and the twin from somewhere, nowhere but Shas and his family, God entertain your family. God bless you. I am Bishop Eddie. God bless you as well for joining. I appreciate you for joining. And many others. I can go on with the name. Mama Vinci also from Oklahoma. I mean, not Oklahoma, so Illinois. But none is. God bless you as well. I just want to mention these names to know that I've seen all of you. There are a lot that I haven't been able to acknowledge yet, but you are all important and you are all special. Thank you so much. Let me make sure I cover all the grounds. Now that I can definitely work with you if you're buying more or in bulk, there will be discount. So don't feel like if you buy more, you're going to pay more. Yeah, and the book ships to anywhere around the world for $5 only. $5 only. Shipping is flat. Even Canada. One of our sisters in Canada bought one. It was delivered in 2 days for $5. So the cost will not be a problem. If you buy in bulk, please reach out to me, and I'm more than willing to work with you. Again, the central message for this book, very simple. Organization is not perfection, it's preparation. When life becomes aligned with God's design, confusion will give way. Clarity and peace and restoration will begin to take shape. And you're going to see things working in your line. The Bible will say things will fall in the right places for you. No matter how chaotic life may seem to be today, there is hope. Order can be restored. Peace can return. Clarity can emerge. The journey of moving from chaos to clarity begins with one intentional step. Let order begins. Thank you.
Awesome. I'm hoping that I'm not the one that is frozen. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. As we are now to the end, thank you again so much for each and every one of you for being here. We so appreciate you. And thank you again, Dr. Abijah. We love you. We thank God for your life. We thank God for where you are and where you're going. And I know that greater is coming and more is on the rise for you. So we look forward to the next and the next and the next. And Lambert Publishing House is always here for you. I am here for you to see you through this entire journey. And I pray that, more to come. And thank you all for this wonderful occasion. And God bless you. I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording for today.
Recording stopped.
Awesome. Well, again, that's it. We are good to go. To God be the glory. We're done. Thank you. Again.
Everyone. God bless you.
God bless
Stay
everyone.
in touch.
Have a good day.
Yep.
Stay in touch, everyone. Let me just make sure that we had no more comments in the chat. Organization is not perfection; it is preparation. That's right. That's right. Well, have a good one, everyone. Take care. Good night.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.